overwhelmed and honored to be amongst all the first year students who are joining this prestigious Institute of Balaji Institute of Technology and Sciences. And my friend V.S. Hariharan, who is the principal of this college, Narayan Garu, who is the head of humanities, Karunashri Garu, and all other student friends, a very good morning to you all. I welcome you to this wonderful profession of engineering. It's a great day for all of you. You are starting your engineering career from today. It will be remarkable in your life that your professional career is starting today. Although you started your education way back, maybe 15 years back, at least maybe 12 years back, you started your education starting from LKG. And today happens to be a milestone in your life because you joined an engineering institute and you are going for this profession of engineering. Hopefully, you will become a good engineer and do great things in your life. In your life means maybe for your personal life and your family, society, and nation and environment total together. Friends, this word education is not a new thing for all of us. We have been doing this part of job, that is education. But please remember, life is education, education is life. There is no end for education. So in this concept, I thought of sharing some of my views on how to have a holistic, useful, which is named as value education for all of you. With your permission, Narayan Garu, I'll try to go for sharing my PPT.
Yes, sir. Please carry on.
Yeah, as you told me, I'm going for share screen now.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going for share computer sound and optimize screen sharing.
Then go to screen at the top.
Yeah, then share.
Share.
Yeah. Now, hope you are able to see the screen, sir. You got it, sir? Narayan Garu, are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. It is audible, sir.
The
Value
PPT
education, it's important.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So friends, for another 45 minutes or 1 hour, we will be discussing on this topic of value education. And as we have started this in present day modern education, how it is important. And as I just told you, friends, education is nothing but this is a process which involves 3 things. You will be acquiring the knowledge, cultivating the knowledge, and disseminating the knowledge. So it involves acquisition, cultivation, and dissemination of the knowledge. What for we do this? This is to make us to go for establishing the right type of understanding powers. What for we need this power? We have to demarcate what is good, what is bad after reaching certain age of called maturity. Once you are mature enough in your mind, you should be able to think and decide. And you have to have that right attitude of judging. I use the word judging whether anything what you are doing in life is good or bad. It can be good or bad for me, it can be good or bad for my friends, family, and society. So this education is very important one. It is not to get a piece of paper called degree we are doing this. It is to cultivate ourselves, to motivate ourselves, to mold ourselves to be good in the society. Friends, many of you are in a wonderful age called youth. This is such a great period of life. You will not get this one back once you lose this one. So all of us, including me, when I am young, we had a wonderful time because it is between childhood and adulthood. We are just getting that maturity coming into our lives. We'll be having lot of aspirations, lot of ambitions, lot of goals, lot of zeal to do anything and everything. So this time, if at all you are molded in a right direction, you'll be wonderful and good human being. But at the same time, just like we have two sides of a coin, if at all you are going in wrong direction, and take it granted, friends, you will not be coming back towards the good region. So our effort is to make you good people. And in this young age, we have a lot of energy. As you know, many of us will be going for sports. We are enjoying the game, and we may be dancing like anything. And we want to make our body appealing to the all others. We want to show that we are very good. We had this enjoyment mentality. Yes, this is the right age to do this because we are fully energetic. And mind you, this energy has to be properly channeled out. When I say channeling out, if at all you use this energy in good things, it can be sports, it can be anything, good thing, it will be good. But if we misutilize this energy, then the problem will come. As I told you, this young age is between our childhood and old age. And childhood, we don't know what we did. Just by instructions of our parents and guiding people, we went on doing things. But at this age, young age, we'll be doing certain things of my ideas. जो मेरा मन बोल रहा है वो ही करूंगा. And sometimes we may not hear our well wishers like parents, our grandparents, our uncles. We'll be having some emotional background. We'll be influenced mainly with some emotions. And please remember, this may take you in wrong direction also. Not for all, but at least for some people. And what to speak of after you complete youth? After this stage is over, you'll be going for adulthood and then naturally to old age. And in your house, you might have seen some old people. It can be our grandmother, grandfather. They are around 70 years. They don't know how to get up once they sit. They cannot sit once they are in waking, stand up position. They need a support to even walk. And please remember, they are at our age before 50, 60 years. They were young. They're able to do all the things very nicely, more than us. And please remember, we also will become like that one day. And naturally, after old age, whether you require, whether you desire, whether you want or not, there is a stage called death that also will come. So please, I want to make you understand here, your age, your youth is only a part of the life. It will be there for 10 years, 20 years maximum. After that, your stage will change. So, what should be the aspirations of the youth? Let us be very clear. Yes, I need to have good education. 100% you have to be good student. No doubt about it. You should be such a student that your parents should be grateful for you. Your institute where you are going taking education should feel proud of you. And ultimately, the country which is making you stay comfortably should feel, yes, we had a wonderful citizen. Along with education, we need to maintain some trendy charisma. We want to make others feel that I am good. Appearance wise, whether you behavior wise, everything, you should be trendy. Why I'm saying trendy is many people will be trying many things in this age, maybe in terms of dress, in terms of exposure, in terms of decoration, in terms of presentation. They want to be trendy. They want to feel that, yeah, oh, kar raha hai, I have to do like that. That type of trendy things we do. And needless to mention, we want to enjoy a lot here. Yes, you have to enjoy. And before, in addition to this enjoy,
Yes, sir. It is.
yeah. So we are discussing about aspirations of youth. Then we have to know what is the meaning of a value. So to understand the value of the word value, we should be able to know what is valuable and what is valueless. As you're able to see on the screen, I have taken the examples of three things. One is a pen, and other one is pencil, which are all of us know, and also currency notes and a white paper. Why I'm taking these things is, now let us suppose I'm taking a small thing like pen. This may be from any company, maybe Reynolds, Flair, and everything. When you go to the shop, when you ask the price of it, he will sell X, Y, Z. So when I'm taking this pen, if I remove one small part out of this, that is the refill which is inside, then if this pen, same company pen, if it is coming without a refill, I think no fool will purchase this outer body of the pen for any price, maybe 10 rupees, maybe 20 rupees or 100 rupees or something like that. So the value or important thing in the pen is the refill. Similarly, if you take the case of a pencil, the pencil is regarded as valuable once it has this lead inside. If it doesn't have anything, you will not be able to purchase this one. Similarly, if you take any paper, we may be using the paper for different purposes, a white paper, something like writing something. And once it is written, once it is done, we will feel it is not useful and we'll throw it off in the dustbin. But you take the case of currency note, it is also a paper. Whether it is 10 rupee note, 20 rupee note, 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 2000 rupees, it doesn't lose the value. Although it is little torn off, maybe having some marks on it, still it has its value. Whereas the white paper, after it is totally used, it will not be having any value. So friends, like this, there are certain valuable things. There are some which are valueless things. It is not only regarding the commodities, even the case of life. In our life, we'll be having some valuable things. When you just recollect your life, the most valuable thing in my life is my parents, their love of the parents, the kind of friends I have. You cannot give any amount of money for this. You cannot purchase the love of the parents, the helping nature of the friends, and anything you take given by the nature, the fresh air what we are getting, the wonderful water and breeze what we are having. These things are very, very valuable. There are certain things called valueless also. Once it is used, once there is no refill in the pen, once the ink in the refill is gone, it becomes valueless. So this is very important thing, what is valuable and what is valueless. Friends, the nature has provided us so many wonderful things. Whatever we are seeing, whether it is wonderful greenery, wonderful waterfalls, or if you take the universe, there is a wonderful orchestration of all the planets which are there in the entire universe. They are orbiting at certain speed, with some RPM, with certain speed, at some revolution, without having any accident. The creator of the universe have been systematically arranged them so that they are revolving themselves just like our mother earth is doing, and also they are revolving around the sun with certain speed and revolutions. And we are finding and hearing so many cases of accidents, Innova hitting a lorry and a bus hitting, so many things we are hearing, but no planet, no star, nothing is hitting each other because they are properly orchestrated. So we have to understand this great nature is so valuable for us. We should not spoil anything in the nature. In terms of modernization, we are spoiling the environment. Once you spoil the environment, naturally it will affect us. So we as humans are opting for education. No other creature will think of education, please. No animal will do, no insect will think of it, no bird or aquatics, anything you take, no other creature on this mother earth will be going for education. We only human beings will think of education. Why we want education? We want to make the society more useful for the other creatures also. But in the name of education, we are misled, we are going for wrong direction things, and we are sometimes spoiling the nature. When I say nature, other living beings also. So our basic aim for going for value education is to make the people to be good in themselves and do good to the society and to the environment and nature. This is one important things. And as I told you, no other creature is going for this education. I don't know how many of you can enjoy the greatness of this bird. I'll ask one or two questions once you see this bird. Hope Narayan you will be seeing the different colors in this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. friends, you might have seen the greatness of this bird. This bird has that peculiar feature. What is the feature of it? It is able to change the color of its face. 3, 4 colors it is changing. We don't know what type of structure God has given for this, nature has given for this bird. If it is given, if the same facility is given for human beings, everybody want to become the most brightest glorious face, white color ones. But God has given this facility, maybe black color, pink color, green color, whatever it want to make, it is becoming like that. This is the power of the nature. If anybody want to change the color of their skin, it is really not possible. But this bird, that facility is given. Similarly, for humans, what type of facility is given? Thinking power. Lot of thinking power is possible for us. Lot of knowledge is there. We have so much of intelligence, but we should be using that intelligence in proper way. And in the 21st century, all of us are with lot of modern technology. We have sophisticated cars, sophisticated communication system in terms of our smart mobiles. But there is a book by a eminent person, Michael Renner. He says that in his book called Most Violent Century, he says the name of the book is Ending Violent Conflict. He says that the general conclusion about the technology is it is found to be transforming every aspect of our life, and it benefited humanity immensely. But he says that this 20th century where technology has got advanced is the most violent century. Because of the reason there is a lot of violence going on, there are so many wars, lot of public unrest, not only in Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, India, even in advanced countries like USA, Australia, Netherlands, New Zealand. So all the places, people are not happy. And there are some people who are going for extreme cases of terrorism also. So many of the countries, many of the societies, many of the families, many individuals are having lot of issues because of these things steadily increasing every year. There is no full stop or comma for this. Every year they are going on increasing. So in this case, we may be getting a doubt why the advancement of knowledge has not made people peaceful. Why there is so much of chaos and confusion in the society. And please remember, it is not because of illiteracy. Now, please understand, even in India, the literacy rate is increasing like anything. Just because of illiteracy, people are not being happy. Although they are having good education, good degrees, good jobs, still they are having a lot of issues. So, in these circumstances, we have to understand what makes or how we can expect peace and happiness in our lives. Friends, because you are young, I'm telling one important aspect. Friends, in the entire creation, if at all you want to have these two things, peace and happiness, you cannot achieve them anywhere. If you go to a big market, it can be big shopping mall. If you go on to purchase anything that may be available, but not peace and happiness, these two things have to be achieved by you. Your mind and intelligence should make you feel happy, make you feel happy. Peace and happiness, you have to attain this. Nobody can give you, no, you cannot purchase anywhere. So these are very, very important item, my friends. So you should know how to have peacefulness in your life, how to be happy in your life. Because even the best schools among the world have witnessed so much of violence. So it is not that you can achieve these two things just by education, but education with some ethics and values is the main key to get this peace and happiness in your life. I wish to inform you all that the overall purpose of education is to enable a human being to live a fulfilling life with a proper goal in life. This goal is very important. I don't know how many of you have made some goals. And whenever you are thinking of a goal, try to have a good goals. There are something called good goals. There are something called bad goals. In the induction program, as we had today with NIT Warangal students, as Narayan Gaur has mentioned, we asked them what are your ambitions, aspirations, and goals. Really, there are so many people who are thinking they want to do something good to the society, good to the nation, good to the nature. So all of you also have to have such type of goals. Although we are unable to get feedback, your ideas in this direction, I am sharing what all I heard from the first years of NIT Warangal. So you also have to think of such type of goal. After having a goal, please try to work upon it. Try to endeavor lot of energy to make that goal come success in your life. So you have to list out some goals which are there in your life. And of course, my friends, please remember there will be different goals for different people. The goals may not be same at all, but you should have goals. And now coming to the case of education part, there are broadly 5 types of education. One is formal education, as you have done till now. Now you are going to do this, wherein you will be coming to the institute or college sometime from 9 to 5, attending classes, writing exams, completing your degree, getting a degree certificate. That is formal education, which is very popular in all the places. There is something called non-formal education, wherein you need not go to the school and you need not waste your time and energy and money. Just you'll be writing at the end of the academic year, like private students who are attending self study, they are going for, and they are writing all exams. It can be 10th class exam, intermediate exam, even engineering you can do by sitting in your house. It is called AMI degree, which is almost equal to Bachelor of Technology. Such type of educations are also there. Informal, which is not formal at all, like what all small things you have learned till now in your life. Maybe you should not put a hand in a fan, you should not go near to a fire. This type of things you have learned. And not only till 18 years or 20 years, lifelong you will be learning so many things. So education is not a small part of life, it is for entire life. Now comes value based education. As Narayan sir has mentioned, you should know what is the valuable thing, what is value of a valuable thing. Unless otherwise you have such type of education, you will not be happy and peaceful in life. So this value based education, it is intended to teach the individuals what is really valuable to human beings. And we had basically two objectives, wherein we will be making the students understand what the human being will be able to do in the future. And this will make them clearly demonstrate that they have to be able to meet their aims. Everybody will be having a goal or aim, but you should be able to know the process, know the procedure, know the path of reaching that goal or aim. That is the role of this value based education. And after following this type of education, please remember you should be having some type of observable and behavioral changes. People should be able to feel, yes, this X was like this, now he is like this. Before going for Balaji Institute, he used to behave like this, now he is behaving like. So they should be able to change that, feel that change, the behavioral change, observational change. Your life attitudes, lifestyle has to change. That may be subtle, which people may not see but can only perceive. But there are some cases where they will be seeing it also, that is observable. Hopefully we'll see. He is Kasturi Rangan, who is former ISRO chairman. He is telling something important for all of us.
Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita are very relevant today when the world is going through a turbulent period of history with the ugly face of terrorism confronting practically all the nations. Bhagavad Gita gives solace to mind and provides comfort to the agitated mind. Belonging to space, I can say from my experience that even though we space people are made of hard stuff and go through grueling experience of anxiety and uncertainty when we launch our mission, we do look for spirituality at such times. Sunita Williams, the NASA astronaut, selected for fierce competition and trained through grueling schedules, carried a copy of Bhagavad Gita when she spent a record of 195 days in space in the International Space Station. Sunita found the teachings of Lord Krishna to Arjuna very comforting and provided solace when she herself went through periods of anxiety during her stay in the International Space Station. I compliment ISKCON for.
So I wish to inform all of you here, there is a part of life wherein spirituality is also important.
Lord
Please
Krishna in
remember,
Bhagavad Gita are
when you take your life, you'll be having personal life, professional life. Like profession means whatever education you are having. You have a family part of the life where your parents are there, friends are there, sisters are there, brothers are there, grandparents, uncles, all these things, one part of life. And social life, you are living in a society, whether in a colony, whether in a village, whether in a town or city, you have some society. You have to take care of the social relationships also. And the important thing is spiritual life. Spiritual life is very important. Whether you may be one religion, other caste, whatever it is, you have to follow certain norms of the humans. Here he has mentioned some about some scriptures, maybe Bhagavad Gita, but at the same time we have wonderful scriptures like it can be Bible, it can be Quran, it can be Gurudwara, whatever you have, it can be Ramayana. What all scriptures you had in your life, please take them, read them, study them, understand them, and implement them in your life. That is the motto of this. Although he is a ISRO chairman, he is telling that there are some people, even astronautical engineers, who said that, who felt that these type of scriptures are very useful. What to speak of the scientists and the astronautical people? Even our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, he used to have a book, maybe Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, always with him. He used to follow the wonderful and good things in this one. Just like it is saying that we have to understand our body will be having three types of layers. One is the soul, which is inside, and covering it is subtle body, and outer covering is gross body. Just like many of us will be having dressing code, how we will be dressing. We are having our body on the top of it. We have a inner layer of dress and outer layer of dress. So similarly, we also have something called soul inside, that is called Atma, and covering that one is subtle body, and on the top of it we have gross body. So please understand, this is important thing. And many times we have so many issues for in our life. So many problems are there in our life. How to get the solution for them? What is the proper solution for all these type of problems? Friends, it is nothing but the controlled mind. So before understanding the mind, we have to understand, we have to know what is the fundamental question, who am I? Then we'll be able to understand what is important. Many times people say, if at all I ask you, who are you? You may be saying Mr. X, Y, Z, something like that. But please remember, we are not these bodies. We have something which is more valuable inside. That one we call it as soul. That is called Atma, which is making this body live life. I'm able to speak, you're able to hear. I'm able to see something, you're able to see something. I'm able to sit and change my positions of hand. You're able to hear, understand in your mind, contemplate also. This is all possible because of one reason, because that life force is there in you. If that life force leaves the body, please remember, whenever any person dies, we call he passed away, she passed away. Who passed away? That body is there still. That a body of 50 kgs or 75 kgs is staying there. Why not? How you can say that he left the body? Who left the body? It is nothing but the soul has left the body. That we have to understand. This is one important thing. When you think of mind control, please remember, Narayan Gar, I'll take 1 minute. I'll join you, sir, in 1 minute. Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, sorry, sir. I have to break for 1 minute. So
No.
now we'll continue. We are trying to understand the role of mind control. So as we have discussed, as you can see here, there is two things which is important for this mind control. One is mind and intelligence. If they are fighting together, you will not be happy at all. Whereas if they are very friendly and when they are cooperating each other, you will be having a wonderful life. If your mind is hearing the words of intelligence, then you will be very comfortable and you will be finding mind as a friend of you. If mind says something and if intelligence is restricting it, then mind should hear that one. I'll say two things. Senses, what all senses we have, they are at lower level. Mind is controlling the senses and intelligence is instructing the mind. So if your mind and intelligence are friends, then naturally you will be having a comfortable life. And coming to the mechanism of mind, as I am telling, I have five senses, either eyes, nose, tongue, ear, and skin. And this will be storehouse of the thoughts, which will be having sometimes some unfulfilled desires also and previous experiences also. I'll give a wonderful example. I think all of you like gulab jamun. Gulab jamun is a sweet, and just by thinking of that one, I'll be having some experience. When I heard, tasted this, I have relished this one like this. But assume that gulab jamun I have not tasted. I may be writing a book, whatever may be the size of the book. You may be having such a thick book about gulab jamun, how it is prepared, what are the materials in it, what is the viscosity of the liquid, what is the constitution or consistency of that, and so many things, how to be served, everything. But if at all you have not tasted it, you will not be able to experience the taste. So that type of experience is very important. It can be a storehouse of thought and some previous experiences. And I wish to inform everyone, very importantly, intelligence is the decision maker. That's why people say that sometimes when they are comparing with some good and achieved persons, he says he is an intelligent guy. It is not that other people are not intelligent. Yes, through his intelligence, he is able to take good decisions. He is able to correctly choose what he want to do like that. So as this diagram is telling, the five senses are like five horses. You should be able to control them with mind. And this black dressed person is intelligence, who has that energy to control the mind. Then the passenger that is in white dress will be a happy person. Now, why I'm telling this one is I'm taking an example of using mobile phones. Friends, it's not an exaggeration. When I am a student, I never thought of having a facility like a mobile, but now it is a compulsory one. No one is having going out also without a mobile. But our intelligence should be telling the mind, don't use mobile while you are walking, while you are driving, while you are doing some other work. It can be reading. Once you are reading or studying any subject, you should not touch your mobile. You have to keep it shut and maybe off mode or switch off mode, keep it aside, and you complete your work. Then only you open that mobile. Why I'm telling this one is just a simple example I'll take. Once you use this mobile while walking, what will happen? We'll see. Hope Narayan Garu, you will be able to see this video. This girl is going on walking by seeing the mobile, whereas she could not even know that a vehicle is coming in backward direction. Even the driver could not see her. She was crushed. She was just crushed by the vehicle. So here we have to understand there are some occasions where you have to take a decision and follow that decision. Some good things you have to follow. It may be looking very, is it that you have to teach us that I should not use mobile while walking? Don't you think that I don't know? Yeah, you know that. But sometimes we may not be following it. So why just telling a small example. If at all you are using the mobile while driving your vehicle, If you are taking some drink while driving a vehicle, there is possibility of accident, just like what we have seen. So the nature of mind is like whenever it is controlled, it is a best friend. When you are unable to control it, it will be your enemy. This girl might have not thought that she is entering into her own house, but because of the driver bringing the vehicle backwards, she could not even know that vehicle is coming backwards, and even driver could not see. The driver crushed that baby girl of the same house because of his driving. So please remember, these type of things are very important. So now the question comes, can the mind be controlled? Yes, you can. Just like an example, is the knife good or bad? I think all of you know that the answer, it is neither good nor bad. It is good and also bad. Why? If it is in the hand of a surgeon or a doctor, it saves life. Whereas if it is in the hand of a miscreant, a horrible person, it will be killing a person also. So it is not the problem of the knife, please remember. It is the person who is handling it. Similarly, our mind is also like that. If at all you train it, if at all you mold it in a good manner, it will be doing good things only. But if you are habituated for bad things, naturally that will be coming to your mind. And friends, in your life, you should be having good friends in your life. What is the role of a friend? I think all of you may be having good friends by this time. Now, we have a proverb saying that a friend in need is friend indeed. Because we need all of us want good friends. Now, I'll be showing a small video to understand the importance of a good person who will be coming at the right moment to help us. I think all of you know that among all the animals, lion happens to be the king of the animals. It doesn't worry about any rescue operations for it. It has a lot of energy, lot of power, but even sometimes they will be in trouble. We'll discuss about this after seeing this video. We should have some kind of people in our life who are so good friends. Whenever we have a problem, whenever we reveal them, whenever they can see the problem in our life, they should extend their hand to come out of the problem. The problem can be financially, relationship wise, or anything. Why I'm telling this, if at all you are unable to get this type of solution or help from the friends, even the big people, they'll be going for horrible things like committing suicides or getting addicted to so many ways of lifestyle, maybe alcohol, drugs, and all these things. So in our life also, we should have some good friends. Now you are coming and entering into a wonderful professional institute. You have to demarcate among the classmate, among the friend circle, who are really good friends. And you should be acquainted with this type of people. You should be having them in your life. You should have such type of people in your life so that they will be showing you the correct path. So this is the main intention of this. And there is a scientist from Florida State University, David Wolf. He has done this research in controlled mind. He says once you are able to control the mind, you will be having cool, and you will be having better memory and concentration. You will be having strong determination, and then you will be having pure thoughts. And please remember the second one. He has published a PhD degree on this. And he says that you will be relieved from unwanted derives and habits. Why I'm using this one is to make you understand what are the problem with habits and what are the tips to control the mind. If at all you are putting garbage in your mind, naturally garbage will come out. If you are having positivity in, positivity will come out. And if you are putting always negative things in your mind, naturally negativity will come out. But friends, if you are keeping feeding good things into your mind, naturally good thing will come out. This will depend on what type of books you read, what type of movies you see, what type of music you listen, and what type of friends we keep. That is very important. So I wish to inform at the end that you have to empower your intelligence. Intelligence is very important. Of course, there is a lot of tug of war between mind and intelligence. Mind will be telling something. Intelligence, if it refuses, mind will not hear. There is a lot of tug of war between them. But Please make the intelligence more powerful than the mind. Mind has to be compulsorily obey the orders of the intelligence. How we can do this? It can be, I'll just show a video of how to take sometimes, some defensive stage also. I think, yeah, you will be able to see this video. This is the shuttle badminton finals between two countries. As you might have observed, this video has shown us two stages, two teams following two things. The right hand team, they have selected attacking only, went on attacking. They could not change their playing strategy of attacking. Whereas the second team went on knowing the tack of going for defense. They had the tack of getting the shuttlecock and just simply they have kept the racket so that it will go to the other side of the team. Even in cricket matches, I think many of you may be seeing some batsmen know the tack of how to keep their bat so that the ball will come. They need not push that much hard also. They have the knack of keeping bat such a way that the ball will come and hit the bat and will go for either 4 runs or 6 runs. So friends, in your life also, you have to have that intelligence of controlling the mind, whatever it says. Once you have that intelligence, you'll be successful in your life. And many of us might have seen these two type of creatures. One is fly or butterfly or a crow. Generally, whenever you say a butterfly, it will be going to the one of the important part of a garden, flower. In the flower also, wherever honey is there, it will take the honey. Whereas although garden is there, crow will have the tendency of going for the dustbins only. It will go for kachra only. Although a lot of greenery is there, a lot of flowers are there, crow is not interested. So these two are two extreme cases. So we also should be maybe having in our society good things and bad things, but we have to have that intelligence. We have to be selective. We should know what is good, what I have to do, what are the good habits, what are the bad habits, which one I have to follow, which one I should not follow. Like that, you should be judgmental. Otherwise, you will be going in wrong ways. And even the animals have some type of proper habits, what to think of humans. Let us see this video, how animals also execute their intelligence. This is a small town or city in Europe, and where these ducks, around 7 of them, want to cross the road. Let us see their intelligence power. They are waiting for the signal. Once the green signal came, then only they are crossing. See the greatness. They are not just walking on the road. They are using their intelligence. That although it is designed for human beings, even the less intelligent living creatures are also using that intelligence. They're just not crossing the road. They are following the rules. Similarly, we also have to follow the rules. When you are driving your vehicle, when you are going for any program, we should be able to follow the norms, rules, and regulations. Every institute will have certain rules and regulations. Maybe class periods will be like this, like this. You have to present, you have to have that much of attendance, so many types of exams. You have to have this type of culture in the campus. We have to follow it because it is given by the authorities. Either management, principal will be telling these are the things to be done. You have to do that one. It is not for the institute. It is for the students' benefit. Institute will not have any importance without the students. Students are the crux of the institute. So you also have to follow certain rules and norms and regulations given by the administration when you are in this institute. So I wish to inform you all, you don't think the following majority. If at all you feel that it's correct way, you can be alone. You follow that right way, not the wrong way. Just like, habits, they will be changing lifestyle like anything. In our Telugu, we will be saying one proverb, "Mokkai vanganedi maane vanguna" antar annattu. So what it means is, when a small plant cannot be straightened, how you think that a big trunk can be changed? Ripened tree cannot change its shape and form. So similarly, a small puppy also, a dog puppy, if at all it is at the early ages, it will hear all your instructions. If it becomes big, grown up, it will bark and bite also. So we have to, at the young age, you have to follow certain good habits. We first make our habits, and then habits make us. Okay, so generally bad habits will enslave us, friends. Don't endeavor to go for such type of bad habits. You have to go for direction of good habits rather than bad habits. And it's not an exaggeration, friends. Once you are committed and addicted to certain type of habits, people sometimes go for committing suicide also. If you see the statistics, only in India, every hour so many people are committing suicides. And it is not that only farmers are doing this or aged people are doing this. There are students committing suicides. So it is being said that one student is committing suicide every hour in India. So so many people are dying. What for? Whether they don't get the kind of response from their friends, either girlfriend or boyfriend, they are able to not get good marks. Whether teacher has scolded, parents have not bought what they want, any reason, but they are going for this suicide. And please remember, no other living creature commits suicide. You might have not heard any dog committing suicide, cat committing suicide. No, they will not commit suicide. They know what is there in the life. If any failure happens, they try for success in due course of time. You also should think of such type of mental attitude. Don't go for any type of horrible ways. Although you have stress, you have to know coming out of the stress, and you should get that suicide thoughts, overcoming those suicide thoughts. Here comes the role of your well-wishers, teachers, friends, parents. All these people will come. You should have that habit of sharing your problems either with your friends or teachers or any person in your life. If you do this type of things, naturally you will not have much of a problem. So I heard that there is a wonderful person, George Harrison. He is from such a wonderful Beatle group which is very popular in UK. He says that if you open up your heart, you will know that what I mean. We have been polluted so long, but here is a way for you to get it clean. It means that you have to purify your heart. Purification means, let us suppose I'm taking a bath. It is cleaning my body. And sometimes, people will not take bath. They will be using sprays and they will be going for such type of perfumes to feel that others, he is fresh. But internally, he is not fresh. There is a lot of kachra inside. He has not taken a bath for 2 days. So naturally, he'll be ganda. But apparently, outside, he is good. Similarly, in our heart also, there are so many bad things which are accumulated. Please remember, you have to clear them. You have to get purified. So there are so many ways of purifying. Just recite some name of the Lord. Whatever Lord you feel like, he is there to help you to come out of it. So have the habit of reciting and chanting the holy names of the Lord. Thank you very much. Never have the any fight you have to fight in life. Never give up the fight.